Hello, easy speakers and welcome guests. I was driving to the Napa Valley. This is what I was seeing. It's a beautiful, isn't it great? Beautiful. You just want to take a hike, you know. Beautiful. You know, I called my brother in New York. I'm like, I've been in California for 20 plus years. I've never seen anything as beautiful. It's beautiful. Same beauty as you drive in, nature, California, beauty. Continue. Same thing. Same thing. The nature as you drive in, you just want to get out of your car and then just keep walking and observing beauty. And continue. All of a sudden, this is what I saw. It was just sudden. All I could see was fire and smoke all over. And continue. See firefighters. You know, it was even dangerous to drive. Continue. Same thing here. I was scared. I thought I was gonna burn myself. You know, driving. And good thing there was the CHP. Look at the destruction that the fire did, property damage, and things like that. It's almost like a war zone, you know. Look at coming from that beauty to this is incredible. Continue. Look at these firefighters. They're not lazy. They've been fighting the fire the whole time. So, you know, resting right now. You know. Continue. And look at this. This is almost like a refugee camp. This is the Napa County Fair, and people were there, and so it's just sad to see this in America. You can never imagine seeing this. And so these were all citizens of Calistoga. You're talking about Napa, Middletown, continue. And so what happens is in California, whenever there's an emergency, the governor of California declares a state of emergency. And this is in the case of fire, flood, earthquake. And then obviously we have the state agency, which is the California Office of Emergency Services. They're the agency that manages disaster recovery. They help businesses that were impacted, and then also individuals. And obviously, whenever the governor declares state of emergency, guess what? We need money from the federal government. We need to contact our president, to make sure that we get help. So we need them to approve it by declaring state a disaster area for California. We get funding. We need FEMA to get in. FEMA is the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and what they do, they coordinate federal government responses to disasters. They provide help to people before, during, and after disasters. They provide rental payment for temporary housing. They provide low interest loan to people. They provide grant to help people rebuild their houses. They provide also counseling to those people that were traumatized by the disaster. They also, so they do all that kind of thing, for citizens of the area that we're in. And so what I did as an FTB employee was, first of all, my role was to provide assistance in the sense that to provide a copy of the tax return to survivors for free. We could provide up to 4 years from 17 going backward, obviously. Explain how people could claim their losses on their tax returns. Publication 1034 talks about, casualty loss and disaster loss. Obviously, whenever the president declares a disaster area, we get more deduction on that. Update personal contact information, mailing address, phone numbers, delay collection actions. If a person is on a payment arrangement, maybe delay, because obviously the last thing they want right now is, not have to worry about taxes. Answer any general questions. Sometimes they may have issues that are non-tax debt, core debt, BRC. Take their information when I get to FTB. have somebody call them. But challenges though, it's not for everybody. You're working long hours. The centers are open 7 a.m. to like 8 p.m. in the morning. 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening, and you're supposed to report at least an hour early, and you have to be there as long as we're helping a survivor, and also sometimes lodging. You cannot find anything within 60-mile radius. So I was driving, for example, in Chito, I was driving back and forth every day. Like you're looking at 100 miles one way for me, and not to mention when you're coming back, it's this December season is foggy and rainy, and it's not for everybody, obviously. You're talking about phone reception, not great. They give you a MiFi for your internet, doesn't work all the time, and so those are some of the issues. Reason for helping though, you're looking at people that lost everything. They lost their personal properties, some of them lost their loved ones. The least you can do is give them a hug. I had one incident where this lady, she had just lost her mother, and so you could sense that she's been crying, and so I asked if it's okay to give her a hug, because sometimes that's all they need, somebody to lift their spirit, somebody to lift that weight off them, don't have to worry about taxis. If you really have compassion for people, the next time we have emergency, you want to be willing to help and step up and help. So this is one of the buses for FEMA, This is one of the areas that we went to. This is Upper Lake. And so this is one of the centers. Go ahead and continue. So this is Mamadou Berry, aka Denzel Washington. So these are all our agency people. We have CalOES, DMV, PRC, Department of Vital, and things like that. All state agencies people. Yeah, same person, working late. It was 7 p.m. I still needed coffee. So it was, still had to put up nice face, help people. I call for action. If you want to experience that incredible experience, next time, please volunteer to help. This experience was profound to me. It changed my life, really. And so I've been participating in a lot of disaster areas, and so been to Chico, Oroville, the Napa County area, Upper Lake, Butte County, you name it. I've been to a lot of them. So really, this is an opportunity to lend a hand to somebody that really needs it. If you want to help, our managers are always in charge for that. So you can reach out to me. I'll hook you up with the managers. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
All right, so first, Mamadou, I thought you had two really good surprises. And that was tell your speech. Your title speech was a surprise. So I felt really surprised. I don't know about you guys. But we have this nice, slow intro. We're hanging out in Napa Valley. I thought it was going to be like a Vince type speech. Like, oh, let's talk about different kind of wines you can drink in Napa Valley or something. We're like, doo-doo-doo. And all of a sudden, wham, fire. You're like, whoa, what? Wait, what? What's going on? So I thought that was a really good surprise, and it really re-engaged me. So I thought that was really cool. And then the second surprise that really got me is you didn't just stop at here's a fire. You said here's a fire, and actually took the next step to here's what I'm actually going to do about it. Because I think a lot of people, we get that idea of we should do something, and then we don't. So I thought that was that second surprise for me, is you really actually took a moment to go forward and to follow through. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, so that's the opening. Was the speaker prepared? Was the topic appropriate? Yeah, I thought you were really prepared. Love the photos. It definitely is always something to worry about in California is fires. So that was really cool. One of the things I really, really want you to improve on though is I have a feeling this is one of your first times using PowerPoint, at least for photos wise. You did a lot of this. Hi everybody, this is my photo. your audience is over here. About the first, like, I would say 3 to 4 minutes of the speech, you spoke to the PowerPoint. So, PowerPoint's not your audience. So that's a big one. I absolutely loved your sense of passion. It was obviously shown throughout the speech that you were passionate about this topic and passionate about volunteering. Maybe that's something you could tie in on your next speech, if you give another speech like this, is a little bit about your history. Because I'm assuming there's a reason behind that passion. Probably just from your upbringing or from something else that brought that in. So maybe just a little tidbit about why you're so passionate about it. Eye contact, again, I thought it was minimal because too much time was spent staring there. Body language, it felt like you were like literally glued to this spot. Like you moved your upper body a little bit, but like your feet did not move. Like they were like, I'm staying right here, I'm not moving. And if you're gonna do that, then usually you go behind the podium. If you just want to stand stationary. If you're gonna go out to the side, you just usually move a little more. The volume vary. No, it did not. It was very like one level the entire time. Not that was a bad thing, but it didn't. Body language, sort of like me as well. I think where me and you do a lot with our hands, and there's not always a purpose to it. If you watch the video, you were always doing something with your hands. Sometimes it was very important, like it really added to the speech. You're like, hey, I went way over here to Chico, then I'm over here. Like, that was good. But at times you're just like, we're just constantly moving hands. So another thing I really loved about your speech, I love the humor. Especially when you're showing pictures of yourself and working and eating the coffee. Like that's, for those really hard subjects, you need to add that humor. But I thought it was good. And then conclusions, you didn't really have one. So a better conclusion would probably just be, hey guys, next time there's some catastrophe, I'm going to be there for helping out, and I will let you guys know so you can help out as well. Or something kind of just to bring it all back to that helping and volunteering aspect that you were going for. So thank you. That was a good job. Good speech. Thank you.